be a sponge, and then bring the juice.
By focusing on your improvement, by focusing on your progress, and eliminating any fixed mindset that you may have and acts of perfectionism, then you encourage your own mastery.
On some level, we do what we want to do 24 hours a day. Now, sometimes it may not seem like that, but if I'm choosing to work instead of sleep, what I'm actually saying is keeping my job is more important than sleeping.
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of getting beat. What can I do to get over this hump? So mentally, that's when I kind of put that forefront, like, hey, it's either all or nothing.
I like to put failure in quotations because I don't believe that failure is true failure if you're looking at it with the right mindset.
The truth is, the journey to greatness is hard. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes focus, and every day you have to decide what you value, what you want to pursue, and what you want to achieve. And if you dig deep enough, if you push hard enough, we all have what it takes to be great. Welcome to the Edge of Greatness. Hello and welcome back to the Daily Dose. It is January 5th, Thursday morning, and one of the things I've been thinking about throughout the week is how to improve. And the reason I'm thinking about this is when I've had these conversations, I've done over 130 conversations with various high performers, and all of them crave feedback. Everybody wants to get better when they're on the path to greatness. And there hasn't been a single person that I've met that didn't want some kind of feedback about their performance, about their skill level, about what they're trying to accomplish. And I think that learning the skill of not only giving feedback, but receiving feedback can be a difference maker for you. But the question is, how do you receive feedback? How do you like to be told what you're doing wrong? Because in the grand scheme of things, nobody likes to be told that they need to improve. Being told you need to improve suggests that you're not quite good enough. And if you're not ready for that feedback, you get defensive, you get hurt, you don't actually listen to what's being said. Now, at the end of the day, I do think that there are ways that our feedback are given that turns into a negative. But that's up to us to understand, how do we best receive feedback? The other day, I asked for feedback about these particular episodes. And a big part of how I receive feedback is direct. I want to know what I'm doing wrong. Now, that being said, if I were to receive direct feedback without having asked for feedback, I probably don't respond the same way. So that's something for us to understand. That's something for you to discover about yourself, is when you're told what you're doing wrong, when you ask for feedback, how do you like it to be given? Do you want to hear what you did well first? Do you like to just pull the Band-Aid off? Hey, this is what you need to work on. There are a lot of ways to receive feedback. There are a lot of ways to give feedback. Learning how to do those things, learning how to be comfortable with being told what you're doing wrong, will only increase your ability to take your skills to the next level. So start thinking about that a little bit the last few days of this week. Ask somebody for feedback. Be uncomfortable with it. But when you get the feedback, see how you like it, what you like, and what areas you would want them to give it to you differently. Learning those things will set the bar so much higher for you. Will give you a chance to consistently and perform optimally. And we are blind to the mistakes that we make. So we need people out there willing to give us feedback. So, but before that, we need to know how we can best take it. So, as always, guys, keep reaching for the stars. Fall flat on your face. Remember, whenever we fall, always get up. Thank you for joining us today on the Edge of Greatness podcast. If you haven't yet, please take a minute now to subscribe and review our show. Join us again next week as we continue to dig deeper into the key components of greatness. The path to greatness is never linear, so remember to keep pursuing greatness no matter what. Keep stretching your abilities, reach for the stars, and fall flat on your face. But remember, no matter what happens, whenever we fall, always get up. Until next time, I'm Charles Schultz, and this was the Edge of Greatness Podcast.